Thank you so much for joining me on part 3 of Rise of the Red Skull. This is where I go up against Taskmaster. And to continue the Rise of the Red Skull comic, phew, I'm glad that's done. Truly, that was a glorious battle. Hey, what was that? I have no idea. Let's get back to base and find out what's going on. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? If you're seeing that Hydra stole our tower, then yeah. We're hit. We're going down. Haha. Boom. No more Avengers. Let's go make sure they're done for, boys. With Absorbing Man in shield custody and Madam Hydra in the wind, you are flying back to the Avengers Tower to plan your next move when all reality is changed in a flash of yellow light. When you reach New York City, you are shocked to find Avengers Tower emblazoned with the Hydra banner. But before you can process what's happened, an explosion rocks your Quinjet and you crash land in the city. On the ground, you find out that all of New York is under Hydra rule. Anti-hero propaganda is plastered on every corner, and squads of Hydra soldiers patrol the streets. They're led by the nefarious Taskmaster, Hydra's new chief of police. He's going door to door, hunting down heroes and locking them up. He's fired the surface-to-air missile that brought you down, and now he's searching for you. So to get started, again, as I mentioned in the previous video, we've kind of gone over Cyclops enough, but I do want to go over this card. This is the upgrade that I got from last scenario, where I get +4 hit points. It's reflected there. Also, my recovery goes up by 1. I chose this one just because it increases my hit points more than the other 3. And I'm not really using any of my basic abilities too much. I mean, I guess I could have gone with Thwart, but I just felt like this was probably better. And then for Taskmaster, every time I switch from Alter Ego, which I should be in now, to Hero Form, I have to discard the top card, and then whatever my boost icons are, I take that amount of damage. So, also, Taskmaster starts with a Hydra Patrol out. So I think we're good to go, and let's get started. All right, so to get started, I'm going to go ahead and use my constant training. I've drawn my first hand, and I feel like it's a pretty decent hand. I have Ruby Quartz, Visor, and Ricochet. I don't like the fact that an exploit weakness was here. That just means that I'm going to waste one, which is not ideal, but I'm going to use constant training, and I'm going to grab, let's go with this one of these, since I can just use it as a resource. Oh wait, no, I don't want to do that. I want to grab the one that makes some, -1 damage. Okay. So we'll put this on to Taskmaster, which means that he will do 2 damage. I'm sorry, he'll do 1 damage instead of 2 to me. And then I'll play Exploit Weakness and Magic to put a Ruby Quartz Visor out, which will be awesome. And then I will play Miranda Hill and Marvel Girl to get a Ricochet Beam. That's going to be 9 damage. You know what? I think what I'm going to do instead... Alright, well, let's get this out of the way. So I can get this out. And then I'm going to use these 2 to play Miranda Hill, which will let me draw another card, which is Beast. Alright, and then I'll flip over. And let's just read what this says again. I just want to verify. It says, after a player changes to hero form, they discard the top card of the counter deck, and take damage equal to the number of boost icons on that card. All right, so it's not my card deck, it's the encounter deck. Good thing I read that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'll draw that, and I'm taking 1 damage. All right, so I've taken 1 damage. And I mean, I will use Maria to get rid of this. And this says that each player searches the encounter deck or discard pile for a Hydra Minion, put that in play against them. So just a second. All right, so I got the Hydra regular, which means that my scheme goes up by 1. So I am going to now exhaust Ruby Quartz Visor, which will allow me to do 3 damage to Taskmaster. So he's currently at 10 health. And I will do 1 damage to Hydra regular. And we need to go ahead and make sure we add 1 to her. All right, and I think that will end that for this hero phase. All right, so I've gone ahead and added 1 to the main scheme. Taskmaster is going to attack me now for 2, minus the 1, so 1. And I'm going to have Maria take it for, it's 3. So Maria is now gone. And then Hydra is going to attack me for 2, so I'm currently at 11. And then I get my encounter card, which is a Sentinel Mark III who has toughness. And I need to search the encounter deck and discard pile for energy barrier attachment, attach it to the minion. So I will grab that and add it on. So now that I have this guy in, Sentinel Mark III, who has a tough on him, this also gives him +2 to attack, which means that he would do 5 damage. So he's pretty nasty. I'm going to put priority target on top of him. I'm going to exhaust the Ruby Quartz Visor, and that way I can get rid of all of them. Now, Ruby Quartz Visor makes my Optic Blast have piercing and range, which means that it goes through tough, and then also if he had retaliate, I get to go through that as well. So this guy is gone now, and because I had a priority target on him, I get to draw 2 cards. Nice. So I'm thinking what I might want to do is, what's my scheme at? My scheme's at 3. So if I did this, I could put Professor X out, but I wouldn't be able to put anyone else out. But if I did this, I get Wolverine out. Yeah, so let's do that. Well, I just need to do that actually, right? Yeah. This will get him out. This will get him out. So we'll do that. Woo, actually, if I do this and get him out, I could then put another 2. Nope, it's only 3. Well, I guess I could do this. No, I'm sorry. So I'm going to pay Rapid Response Genius and Dust to play Wolverine. Then I'm going to use Cyclops to attack the Hydra regular. So now he's gone. And then I can have Wolverine attack Taskmaster for 3. Wolverine will then take 2. And I think that's where we're going to leave it. So I've gone ahead and drawn my hand. I've also added 1 here. So let's get started. He is going to attack me. I'm not going to have Wolverine take it. I'll take the blunt of it. So it's going to be 2 plus, if you were in hero form, take 1 damage. Otherwise, place 1 threat on scheme. All right, so I'm going to take 1 damage, 3. I take 3 damage. All right. So that means that my hero is at 8. And then he is going to get his encounter card, which is Sentinel Mark II. And it says if Operation Tolerance is in play, he gains Surge. Otherwise, search the encounter deck for Operation Zero Tolerance side scheme and reveal it. So I'll go find that and we'll get the next phase started. All right, so I get to he heals 1. All right, so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put coordinated attack on him, and then I'm going to use Ricochet Blast to play Full Blast. Oh crap, that means I have to exhaust. All right, so I will exhaust, and I will attack him for 11. Doesn't really matter because he's gonna get hit for the 2, and then will get hit for the rest of it, which is he's got 7, 9. Yeah, so they both are gone. Which means 1 second. All right, so because I defeated phase 1 of Taskmaster, I had to deal myself an engagement card. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to have Wolverine thwart this for 1. And then I think I am going to retreat to my alter ego side. And then I will, that way I can draw 4 cards. All right. And all right. All right, so Taskmaster is going to scheme. We have 5 scheme on now. So he's going to scheme for another 2 plus 1. So it's now at 8. And we need to make sure it doesn't go up by another 4. My encounter card is attached to Taskmaster. Taskmaster gains Retaliate 1. I have to exhaust my hero and discard 2 cards to discard this card. Oh, he has an upgrade though. And then my other encounter card is another card that I have to attach to him. It says when a player attacks him, prevent all damage that would be dealt to Taskmaster and deal an equal amount of damage to that player's identity instead. Then discard this card. All right. All right, let's get started. I'm going to draw another card. Or I'm sorry, I need to draw a tactic card. Well, let's just draw this one. And then I am going to flip over and take 2 damage. Then Cyclops is going to let's see. I'm going to play these 3 to play Helicarrier. Then I'm going to use Helicarrier and Coordinated Attack to play Brilliant Defense, which means I can remove 3. So we'll do that off the main. And then I get to grab a tactic card. So let's add this one. All right. Then I'm going to have Cyclops attack Taskmaster, which means that I should get hit for 2. I believe I get hit for 2, right? I'm saying I'm going to get hit for 2 because I have photographic reflexes, which says that I would prevent all damage that would be dealt to Taskmaster and deal an equal amount of damage to that player's identity instead. So that means I should get hit for 1, but he also has Retaliate here. So that means I would get hit for, I'm sorry. Well, I would get hit for 1 and then I play this card. Let's do that instead. So, all right. So I'll get hit for 1. Then I'll play exploit weakness. And because I have exploit weakness, I will use my visor, which will do 4 damage. Actually, I don't even think I need to do this because he should have this now. And that should just count as an upgrade all the time. And because he has range, he can't hit me. So, I mean, I feel like I've got him pretty much beat on that aspect. But, whatever. So that's 4 damage that I would deal to Taskmaster. And then I could have Wolverine attack. I'm just going to have Wolverine ping off on one of these again. Yeah. Slowly but surely get that done. All right, so that's that for that. All right, so we're at the halfway point for this game, and I'm going to go ahead and have Wolverine defend for me. So Taskmaster's going to hit for 2 plus... Ow! That's 5 damage. So that means Wolverine's now gone. Thanks, buddy. And now I am going to draw... Oh, wait, it says after... Actually, Wolverine would go over here. Sorry. All right, and my counter card is Hunted by Hydra. Insight 1, place 1 threat on the main scheme. Each hero in hero form takes 1 damage and discards 1 card at random from their hand. So I take, on that 1 damage, I add 1 to the main scheme, and I lose a card. So I made a statement that I would be able to use Optic Blast against him. Because he has this. This is an attachment, it's not an upgrade, so that's incorrect. And I keep forgetting that, so I apologize. So what I can do, though, is I can play Practice Defense on Taskmaster, and then I can use my visor, which will do another 3 damage. So he's now at 9. And then I can play... Rapid Response and Field Commander to play Tactical Brilliance, and that will allow me to remove 3 threat from the main scheme, because that's getting pretty vicious. Alright, and then I also get to draw another card. I love exploit weakness. Nothing makes me feel better than having that out. I don't like where I'm at health wise, so I think so if he thwarts for 2, and let's say he gets another 2 boost, that puts me at 8. I'm just going to go over. I'll flip over and I'll heal for 4. So it puts me at 8 health. And then I should be good. Okay. I'm feeling pretty good now. I think we've got this. If I could just stop destroying the scheme. All right. So we've added the scheme. He's now going to scheme for 2, 3. So scheme goes up to 8. I don't think I had calculated the thing. All right, and now I am going to get my counter card, which is Photographic Reflexes again. So we're gonna get rid of that first before we can do anything else. Okay, as I said earlier, I'm feeling really good. So what we're going to do is I'm going to flip over to Scott. I'm going to take 3 damage, so I'm at 5 again. which seems to be my magic number. Then I am going to use Endurance, Utopia, and Danger Room Training to play Phoenix. Because I played Phoenix, I get to go through my discard pile and find a Cyclops card and add it to my hand. I am going to add... Where's that card? Full Blast. So I will use Helicarrier. Oh, wait, no. I'm going to attack with Cyclops for 1. So this card is now gone, but I get hit for 2. So I'm at 3 health now. I guess I could have had Jean take it, but I didn't want to do that. And I'll use Helicarrier now to play Exploit Weakness. Then I am going to use the X-Jet to play Full Blast, and I will exhaust my Ruby Quartz Visor. So that way I do... What is that? The 12 damage. So the villain has 9, I do 12, right? He's -3. Then I can have Jean attack. Jean will do 3 damage, so he's now at -6 damage. But Jean takes an additional, she's at 2 health damage down. So she's got 1 left. So I believe I'm now complete, but let me know if I mess something up. So I was editing this video and I thought I did really well with my mistakes until I got to the final phase and I attacked with Cyclops for 1 damage. I received 2 damage for the retaliate. And then I went to go use Full Blast, but I didn't. I was exhausted. And that is probably my biggest mistake that I make with Cyclops. I think I've made it either 3 or 4 times on this channel. So I want to apologize for that. I'm sure Late Night Gaming will pick that up again. But that's that. And then the other thing I did want to talk about, and this is something that I have an issue with, or it's something I have a hard time doing in this campaign. And that is, I probably should have ran Cyclops in a Justice deck for this. And that way I could pull out the One Way or Another's and I could pull up those cards so that way I could save those 4 heroes, right? You've got Moon Knight, Shang-Chi, I think White Tiger, and Elektra. And now I'm not going to be able to play with them for the rest of the campaign, right? I mean, I could have had really cheap allies, essentially. So that's probably the one big thing I would have done, changing my deck, just knowing that going into it. So the next game is going to be against Zola, and he is very minion heavy, but also the thing I'm doing that's not going to do me any favors is I'm going to be playing with the Acolytes. So they've got the teamwork mechanic. So if I have one engage with me and then I draw another one, now they both attack me. I think I'll have to read up on that ruling, but basically if I've got one in front of me and I pull another, I'm at least getting 1 attack, if not 2. So that's something I'm gonna have to be mindful of. But I do want to thank all of you. You know, I really appreciate it when people tell me that they like something about the videos. A lot of times it's the sound effects, and you know, hopefully sometimes it's my sense of humor. But I cannot thank you all enough for watching these videos. It means a lot to me. But until next time, peace.